just about to pull up anchor and leave our little anchorage spot on Crete to head to Malta, and this is our predicted weather for the next 4-ish days. So some strong winds, some no winds, some medium winds, we'll have it all, but it always changes, so we won't know until we're out there, and we don't have any internet or any way of getting weather when we're out there, so we'll play it by ear. So we should be able to check the weather, but we got a notification from Garmin that our inReach is now too old and cannot be connected to the satellites, which was fantastic news. We thought that was, you ripper, they're going to give us a new one that can be synced or whatever to their satellites, but no, they want us just to go buy a newer version one. So that's not going to happen. Not yet, anyway. We'll stew on it for a while and then we'll go buy one. So we've just turned the corner of Crete where we've got to round the headland, and the swell's picking up, and Chelsea's starting to not feel very good, and same with the girls, so we'll see what happens here. But the swell's a lot bigger because the storm or the winds are out well off of Crete were stronger than anticipated, and generate a bit more swell, so we've got to get out past this headland and chain and then turn to the left basically, and then the swell be on our beam, which will be rolly, but we should be able to sail better, so hopefully it's nicer. So the sun's going down on the first day on this 3 or 4 day passage to Malta, and the first part was pretty rough and a bit sporty, I think I'll class it as. The first few hours was definitely about 2-3 metre swells. It was on the nose a bit, and short periods as it is in the med. So it's a bit uncomfy, and 30 knot winds, so a bit sporty, but we managed to sail through majority of it, which was great.
Well, it's great, luckily, because I think if we had to motor into that, I would have been all kinds of in trouble.
But we've already had vomit in the bed. Waverley was sick this morning.
Yeah,
bit
poor
of
thing.
bomb.
Yeah, Zai
Vomited on the cushions outside. So
from the sporty swell.
From the sporty swell. This is all during the sportiness. And Chelsea was obviously not feeling very well either.
No, I was on the edge, kept it together, luckily.
Yeah, but now everyone's good. The last, 6-7 hours, everyone's been good, getting the groove on. So should have a pretty quiet night tonight. Light winds now, it's only 10 knots, and it'll go like that for half the night. And so
we're good.
Should be alright.
And we lost sight of land.
Yep, land's gone.
Land's gone now, so we're officially only the ocean blue around us.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, we still have one bar of reception. I don't know how. We get to, like, when we were cruising around the Greek islands, we got to the tip of some of them, and you'd lose all reception, and we're out here and we've still got one bar. So there you go, fun facts as well. But we'll see you all tomorrow. Let's see how this breakfast goes. Yesterday's ended up in vomit, so we can only go up from there. And by up, I mean not up and out, I mean up and better.
Good morning, what is your IMO number, over? Copied, what's your MMSI number, over? Copied, and what is your flag and your port of registry, over? Copied, have you previously spoken to other EU NAVFOR Med units, over? Have you spoken to other EU aircraft or EU warships in this area, over? No problem, Medcon Samson. What is your type of vessel, over? Copied, and who is the owner of your vessel, over?
Well, we're cruising through day 3, just lovely. I did the graveyard shift last night, that I like to call it, so from about 1:30 until about 9 AM this morning, and then Steve took over and I went down for a little nap, and I've woken up, we've done some schoolwork with the girls, had some lunch, we all had breakfast together this morning, which was really nice, and there's been a fair bit of activity on the VHF today and the AIS. And yeah, Steve's just gone down for a rest now, and I'm on watch. It's been beautiful sailing conditions. We've had the motor off all night and all today, which was great. We've been averaging sixes, high sixes into the sevens. We've got a few ships around us today, a couple that are being picked up and radioed through to, so that's been exciting. But yeah, it's pretty cruisy. It's exciting that on the map now, when we're looking, it shows us closer to Malta and to Italy than it does to Greece and the Greek islands. So we've made some good ground in the past day, which is awesome. This weather and this wind is supposed to keep up, which is awesome. We've got full mainsail and a full head sail out. Go anywhere from about 11 to 15 knots. We're going pretty quick last night. We had a reef in the main. I think maybe even 2 reefs in the main. Yeah, it was getting up to about 15, 17 knots at some stages. So yeah, it's good. But apart from that, that's all there is to report so far. Yeah, I'll show you our chart plotter so you can see who's around us. There's a few more people around today. I'll have to keep a lookout for him. He'll probably go this way around us. He's a cargo ship. I just looked into it. And then when I zoom out, there we are, close to Italy. There's Malta, the little red circle is where we're going, and obviously Crete here is where we've come from.
So we're into the second day. It's been
Third day?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I said, we're into the third day. And yeah, it's been really good. Besides the first day or half of that day, the rest of the sailing's been excellent. So yeah, super stoked with it. And the wind's died out, so we got like 8 knots now. So code C's up, and now we're smashing it again. It's exciting to see it go up. It's been a while because it's been so windy, but yeah, still got the main up as well. So hopefully carry this to all the way through to Malta. I hope it doesn't die up to no wind.
We're going to try and fly it tonight, first night sail, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll run it all night if the winds stay the direction they are and the lightness that they are. If the wind picks up, it'll have to come down, and we'll just go back to sailing with the head sail in the main, and yeah, see what happens.
Exciting.
You want to say anything? I'll see something in the other video.
Day 4 on the Mediterranean Sea brings us lake-like conditions. We've had the code sailing all last night and today. It's now 4:15 in the afternoon. We only brought it down about half an hour ago. We've just put the main and the head sail back out because we only have 2 knots of wind and some dog hair you can see there. It's also coming around to our beam and up into the top quarter. It's not that great for flying the code in those conditions. I've just whizzed around and done a bit of housework, and I've cleaned up all of our clears so we can see out of them again. They were all looking a bit salty in the windows. And yeah, this is going to be us for the rest of the day. Come have a chat to Steve.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Out on deck. Yeah. Motoring, I think we're going to be motoring for the next, I would say, 14 hours until we get there. I think forecast, all the forecasts that I saw was just super light. No winds between where Italy is and Malta, so yep, this is pretty much what's happened. So motoring, sails are up just to have some balance because there's a swell coming from behind us and it's making us a little bit rolly, and the more rolly we are, the slower we go. So sails are up, not really to catch the wind but just to stop us from moving about so much, and creates a nice bit of shade.
That's great, it's a nice day, isn't it? Liffy's happy to be back out here. Hey! We saw a turtle about 20 minutes ago. It was very exciting. And we should be arriving at Malta at...
say 5 or 6 in the morning.
Good timing.
Something around that, yeah. So good to get there as the sun's coming up because we haven't been there before, so we can see what we're anchoring in. And yeah, then go check out the place. Go get a coffee.
Go get a real coffee, yeah. Be weird. Be weird to be off the boat. I know that'll feel weird for me. I've gotten quite used to this little routine we've got going on at the moment. I had a big nap today too. When we get to Malta, one of my first jobs is going to be to tackle these very dirty, very dusty fly nets. That's just to show you, it's just so dusty in Greece. So can't wait to get that off and give it a good clean, so I can match the rest of my pretty clean and glorious enclosure. 2 hours later, it is still as glassy as ever.
I was pulling down the code C because it just, when it's up there for too long doing nothing, it starts to wobble and chafe. So we don't have any more chafing on it. So yeah, go and pull it down, put it in the sail locker. So I pack these lines up and release the halyard and drop it down.
Job. So Mummy's concentrating. And Mum, there's a sensor in the boat with it too, right?
Every one of those lights is another ship. Lot. We're weaving our way through to get to Malta.
We're officially back on land. No rest for the wicked this morning. We came in here at sunrise, we've had breakfast, and we are on shore to go to the grocery store. We've got to find the harbour master. We're going to check out some sites and see how long we can stay for. So yeah, stay tuned. Here we go, Malta. We've arrived. That's us, just out there. Oh no, we're over there.
You usually like to balance and then paddle with your arms like this. There you go.
What are you doing, Waves? Are you surfing? Paddle, 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 paddle. You're the rocking waves, sire.
Fire! Mine's already going off. Mom, can we keep this? And fun! Surf faster! Woohoo! Woohoo! We're going to work! We need the area. We're going to fly out.
You have to try and find it. No, you haven't, darling. We haven't found customs yet. Here next week, sire. There's no more shops looking at.
And next week, guy, you're not getting any. So,
There's the cruise boat from this morning.
yeah.
That would be nice. It's been quite the first day here in Malta. We've had a really good time. It's now quite late in the afternoon, maybe 6 o'clock I would say. We had a really big day today exploring the town. So we managed to find the harbour's office, which is great. Got all our documents sorted out with them, and we actually are going to be leaving tomorrow. We're going to start sailing further south and check out another anchorage spot before we officially clear out and go towards Tunisia. And while we were exploring in the town today, we went to the Valetta, and it's the smallest capital city in the EU, which is some fun facts. And while we were there, we needed to pick up a flag to fly as a courtesy flag to be in Malta while we're, passing through here for a couple of days. So we went into one of the touristy stores and thought we'd just pick up a little cheapy one, then we can fly it for the next couple of days that we're here. And so, yeah, go in there, find one, and get back home. Now on the back of the box, it had the flag, like the flag for Malta.
The flag was my fault. I've only had an hour's sleep. Let the story continue.
And so we're looking, so I'm like, yeah, we got the flag, let's go buy it. So we get to the counter and we get back home. I'm like, cool, we'll get it ready to fly. And no, we don't have the actual flag. We've got this, this is a flag for Malta, but it's a different kind of one. It's not the one you normally fly. And as you can see, it is, it's massive. So it's not really like a courtesy flag. It's more like the boat is registered, or we're from Malta, being really patriotic. Our Australian flag that we fly on the boat's not even this big. So we've come back. We've got this. I don't even know if we can fly it. Like, I don't even know if this is the right one. But now we have this massive flag from here to remember. Yeah, so yes, like Steve said, he'd only had an hour's sleep this morning. Once we got in here, we pretty much had a coffee and then went for the day. So poor Steve's been charging on since early hours this morning. He'll probably go to bed soon. But yeah, that's kind of our day wrapped up. It was a big day of walking, really fun, really enjoyed it. It's really beautiful here. It's got an amazing vibe. People are like running all along the waterfronts here and swimming and like, doing fitness swimming, like all goggles and snorkeling and diving and all that sort of stuff. So that's been really cool to see, and all the restaurants around here are really like green. It's so different coming from Greece because there's like pot plants and flowers and all the restaurants and all the sort of the town area and the cafes and stuff like that. And oh, here we go. What's Steve gonna say? We had a swim this afternoon too off the back of the boat, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And
I'll stay here for longer, but these are the rolliest anchorages here in Malta. It's just insane how rolly it is. So yeah, it's just not very comfortable to be. It's worse to be in a rolly anchorage than it is just to go sailing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's not really nice. I was like cooking dinner.
You can see how much we're moving.
Yeah.
And this isn't even a bad section at the moment.
And it's flat out there, so there's no swell. There's not very much swell coming in at the moment, but it just is a lot. And then I was cooking dinner and I'm like chopping the vegetables, like rocking back and forth as if we were out sailing, but we're not. So yeah.
Yeah. So we've checked out of Malta today.
Yes. And then we're just going to I just said that we're going to Anchorage tomorrow, which is down the bottom.
That's just a little swim at the very bottom tip of the island before we actually
keep going,
hit into the ocean again.
Get back out there. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's us checking out.
We'll be in Tunisia it's a day and a half from when we leave the bottom part of Malta. Several jet skis going past. with music.
I'll show you. Flipping off guard.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Malta. Done. It is only a small island. You probably 2 days and you'd be able to see all the hotspots. Done. And then after that you'll just be cruising and hanging out if you stayed longer, really. Which we would definitely do it, but yeah, man, it's just way too rolly.
Yeah.
And there's not very many anchorages here either. There's 2 other beautiful spots, but they are just so busy that I wouldn't even bother going there because it would just be hectic.
And they're also a 5-hour sail away from here.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-hour sail north to get to a really hectic anchorage, and then to be stressed the whole time that someone potentially might hit our boat while they're anchoring or leaving.
Which happens a lot.
Happens a lot.
So you got to be on your game.
And then to sail 5 hours back to be back in this rolling anchorage.
In the rolling anchorage, yeah.
And then to continue. So yeah, we've seen it. We've been here. We saw all the hot spots. We're going food shopping in the morning, so we're going to have all the fresh produce again. But yeah, that's it.
Well, it's a tick. Done. Beautiful.
See you in Tunisia.
Left the anchorage and the winds are taking a bit longer to fill in, so what we're doing now instead is we're doing the excursion tour of Malta. Basically we are going to the Blue Lagoon, Crystal Lagoon and another lagoon where we're basically just going to bunny hop in, spend the day swimming and checking it out while we wait for the wind, and then yeah, once the wind comes, we'll head to Tunisia. But it's pretty much peak hour because there's just hundreds of charter boats head up to this area every day, and we are joined that queue. So this is our morning commute with all the traffic. Another one. Let's go back and forth and keep ferrying people, and then there's like heaps of yachts and heaps of powerboats, and yeah, it's going to be an insane day, I think. I don't think he needs to be this close. It's a little bit silly. He was 100 meters on our starboard side off our beam, and then slowly making his way over. She's a big sea and we're cramped up.
It's time to get our courtesy flag up on our way up to the lagoons. It's going to be looking very fancy next to our a bit tattered Australian flag up there. Here we go. Malta, we're here. Thanks for having us. After a stunning sail along the coastline, we have now arrived at our anchorage. Does look a little bit busy. We'll see how we go. We're going to go through this gap here. Okay.
For my big boat trip! You want to come again? Or why don't you take your mask out of your mouth to eat me properly?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, 100%. Have you got any idea what the problem is, or?
Yeah. And look how much better you can see things.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we don't have generator or anything, we're just solar. Yeah, we went down the bottom too, and that was another level up for us. Yep. We're going past two girls, so you guys like to sit down.
People swimming. There's people swimming. And this is our last sight of Malta. Absolutely beautiful.